and I moved to Sweden 4 years ago. I'll be taking you through my journey of how, from being in a comfortable cocoon in India, I lived independently in an unknown country 7,000 kilometers away. My dream was to become a data scientist. And to achieve this, I surpassed numerous hurdles. I'll show you of how each struggle turned into an opportunity to reach my goal. So, it all began in 2014. After working for a year in India, I decided to get back to my love for numbers, and a machine learning career was set in my mind. With an admit at KTH, I shared this to my parents. However, they had other plans for me. It was time for me to get married, and 2 years of education would be a huge setback in that path. It was difficult to convince my dad. However, I took this as a challenge. I stayed emotionally strong and continued applying for my visa without letting my dad know. I knew only a miracle could save me. Just when I was wondering how I could increase the chance of a miracle, my ever-supportive and intelligent mom, who also knew her husband quite well, found a way out. This was the first time I had my hands-on experience in predictive algorithms too. Any guesses how? It was through astrology. My astrologer predicted that I would go abroad and told my dad that I should not get married now. And that's how I surpassed my first hurdle. At that day, I learned that the world will believe in us only when we have utmost confidence in ourselves. So my next hurdle was finance. I had a tuition fee waiver. I had to manage my living expense, which was still huge considering Stockholm. I approached all the banks, and all of them rejected to give me loan. The reason being, I was not creditworthy, and I'm a woman, so low return on investment. Suddenly, this wasn't a good news to us. But looking at my persistence, my brother-in-law sponsored my flight tickets and also helped me with my initial bank balance to get my visa. Now I was good to go. With exactly 4,000 SEK, that is 400 euros, in my bank balance, I set a sail to this unknown beautiful land. Once in Sweden, I was happy, but I needed to survive, so I wanted an income. Being from a religious family, I visited a Hindu temple mostly for free food. But I landed as a music teacher for these kids. That was good. So I would say I happily took care of my finance. And my secret mantra to that was listening to my gut, looking at the right opportunities, and using them. And the world truly conspired to help me. Coming to Sweden, it was my first time away from my hometown, Bangalore. It was quite a bit of a challenge. It was a cultural shock. My university was international, and I had classmates from all over the world. It was overwhelming. I was filled with fear, insecurity, and anxiety, and everything started getting to me because the education system was different. I failed a couple of courses, including my favorite math subject. Everything started hitting me hard. I decided to slow myself down. I stopped comparing myself with others and my old me who was a topper. I started focusing to learn better. This way, I started doing better in my courses. I got confidence to approach companies, and that's how I landed up in an internship, followed by thesis, now as a data scientist at Klarna. So, cultural setbacks, financial issues, surviving in a new environment, and still following my passion in parallel was quite a bit of a challenge. As if this was not enough, I had huge emotional battles to fight within me. In 2014, my nephew was born, and I was not there to nurse him or to support my sister. But I managed to babysit him through Skype during lunch breaks. In 2015, my dad had a major cardiac attack, and I did not have a visa to go back. And all of this did come way, and I was wondering if this was all worth it. But having come this far, there was no way I could turn back. My dad's condition only strengthened me further. So, take away this. Follow your passion no matter what. Stay strong and persistent. Do your homework. It's not about luck. It's about increasing your chance of success and converting every single hurdle into an opportunity. Thank you.